Scalper Supreme.
What is going on, guys? Scalper Supreme is back with another action figure review, and today we're taking a look at Commando Spawn from the MK11 video game Mcfarlane line. Picked him up at GameStop about a month ago. Haven't opened him up yet. Took a little bit to find him, but we're gonna get him out, review him, and throw him on my Spawn shelf. So yeah, let's get him out of here and let's have some fun. Alright, so we got him out of the package. As you can see, he's not enjoying standing up very much at all, but this guy looks awesome. Everything about this guy I'm digging a lot. So let's just get right into it. Let's start off with the paint work here. So it's looking like pretty much straight from the video game. There was a skin in the game that was called Commando Spawn. He had this little cloth on his face, which is a rubbery material. He's got a rubbery cape that looks really quite awesome. And all the detail work, like just these little spikes here on the, what's it called? On this gauntlet here is really stellar. I'm going to put him back down here. He's got a belt buckle piece here that's like silver skull looking thing. And he's got this big old boot on his leg that he has in the comics. And man, the paintwork on this guy is superb. Now, he kind of has a like military-esque look about him, like especially the texture on the arms. He's got all these grenades and like ammo strapped around his chest. He's got the collar. It's painted all really nice. I wish there's a little more breakup in the cape, but I mean, usually with the MK11 figs, they kind of take a little more liberties in terms of paint. I've noticed specifically with like some of like the flesh tone characters like Liu Kang and Nightwolf. The Nightwolf figure I haven't bought because it just looks so shitty. It doesn't look anything like he does in the game. But this guy, I couldn't find in retailers until like a month ago. He started showing up in at retail stores, and I didn't order him online because I don't really order. I just order mainly DC stuff online, but I kind of waited for this guy in stores, and I finally found him, and I was super stoked about it. And this guy does not disappoint. The only issue is like the scaling. You can't really put him next to other Spawn figures, and I'll show you why in a second, but the MK11 line is usually shorter than in like scale to the DC Multiverse and the Spawn figures separately. So, but in terms of paint, I mean, the body is mainly like a one-tone black. You got some white around the chest area. The eyes are painted really well. It's all done very carefully. You can tell a lot of effort because, you know, Todd McFarlane created Spawn, so obviously, you know, there's going to be a good amount of Spawn figures in the, you know, MK11 set. We're getting a new one soon in a wave with the Batman Who Laughs skin for Noob Saibot, and we're also getting a new skin variant of Cabal, which looks pretty neat. But yeah, you can tell, you know, McFarlane, to Spawn figures, he definitely puts his best foot forward, so to speak, you know, because it's his product, man. Spawn's his boy. So aside from, you know, some minor complaints about the paint, I'd say paint work is a 9 out of 10, man. They've carefully crafted a really nice balance of making him look very stylish and very badass at the same time, which is something that's hard to do in action figure form, especially for a character like Spawn. A great example of that is the Gunslinger Spawn. Made him look stylish and badass at the same time. And that's one of my favorite figures by McFarlane. All right, now let's get into his accessories. So obviously, part of the MK11 line. So he comes with a Mortal Kombat Mcfarlane stand, and he also comes with these two green energy pieces, because unless it's a, you know, it is a Spawn figure, but he still can't put guns with the Mortal Kombat line, because it is also NetherRealm Studios, who made Mortal Kombat, is partnered with WB. So Warner Brothers doesn't want guns with MK11, even though it's a violent ass game, which makes no sense. So we get these little green little things instead. But we're gonna throw those to the side because we don't want that. Not with Commando Spawn. So I'm gonna go get some guns for him, and I'll be right back with y'all. All right, we got him all ready. We got him toting guns and everything. Got one of the revolvers that came with the Gunslinger Spawn figure, and then arched behind his shoulder there is a pump action shotgun that came with the McFarlane Toy Store exclusive munitions pack. And oops, there's also by the way, a second munitions pack that is available for pre-order right now on the McFarlane Toy Store. And just because I didn't order this guy right here on the McFarlane Toy Store doesn't mean I'm not going to promote the 10% off discount you get with every order if you use code MTS10. So pre-order that munitions pack too. There's a lot of cool stuff. You get a Frankenstein steam gun from the Seven Soldiers comic that Frankenstein used, and they are making a Frankenstein mega figure for their DC Multiverse line. So go check that out. Use MTS10 at checkout to get 10% off that munitions pack too. So this guy, get him toting guns, and it's immediately a 10 out of 10 accuracy to the source material. I mean, he is perfect. Perfect. I mean, down to every last detail. And plus, you can't take the gun out here, but there is a holster here that has what looks like a handgun in there, which is awesome. I'm not going to try to pry it out because I'm pretty sure it's glued in there. And I have, you know, I ordered like 3 munitions packs from the McFarlane Toy Store, so I got like 6 sets of handguns. So I think we'll be fine. 10 out of 10 on the accuracy to source material. Sculpt, there's really nothing I dislike about this guy. I'd probably say, like, you know, the cape could be, you know, maybe not as heavy because it's hard to, you know, stand him up because he's, you know, falls down a lot. But maybe I'm just, you know, I'm not really that good at posing either. So that could be a factor there. But man, this guy is just killer. I mean, look at that, man. Looks like right out of the video game. I'd say sculpt is 9.5 out of 10 right there. Let me toss these guns off him for a second, and let's go over some articulation here. So, head looks up a good amount to where you can almost see under his cloth mask there. He looks down. That mask kind of gets in the way. Can't really look down. Double jointed elbows. Full 360 shoulder roto. I don't know what, if rotation around the diaper piece. Makes sense he has a diaper instead of, because he is called Commando Spawn after all. So this is, I guess, the version of Spawn from the video game that fights with no underwear on.
Are you serious?
That's cool, I guess. Let's go into some knees here. Oh my god, he can kick up pretty high. Wow. Yeah, McFarlane, man. Anytime Spawn is involved in any property, he comes to play. I mean, this is stellar. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm having a blast with this guy. I love me some Mortal Kombat, one of my favorite video game franchises, and I love me some Spawn. Just picked up like 3 Spawn comics the other day from my local comic shop, and I got one GameStop exclusive one too that I still haven't read. But man, I love Spawn, so I'm a little biased, but I mean, Ab Crunch is probably the only thing that's maybe lacking, but oof, oh, I just ripped him apart. All right, we're gonna dock some points for that, just to you know, make it seem like I'm not biased. You know what I mean? So, is this a perfect figure? It's damn near close. It may not be perfect, but do I enjoy the hell out of this guy?
Of course.
I'm going to do some figure comparisons now, and then we're going to give you a letter grade about how I feel about this guy. As you can see here, we hooked up our boy Spawn with this goofy Fortnite rifle. It looks like the one right out of the fucking Fortnite game. Let's do some figure comparisons real quick. So let's do another one real quick. From the same line, Shao Kahn, about the same height. He may look taller, but that's because of his big ass horns. So take that, you know, for what it is. And then here's Commando Spawn with one of my personal favorites right here, Gunslinger Spawn. Man, is he badass. Well, he's from the Spawn line. This is from the MK11 line, so scaling is a little bit off. No big deal. I don't mind. It's, you know, by no more than inch and a half, maybe, if that. I mean, this guy might be like 6.5 inch scale. This guy might be 7.5. I mean, they say they're all 7, but it varies by like 0.5 to, you know, 1 inch usually. It can vary. I'm sure you noticed that Dark Knight Returns armored Batman in the background. Picked him up on clearance at Target like a couple months ago for like $6. And he's here on my table because the shelf I'm working on right now is Bat Family, kind of, you know, DC Rebirth, you know, Dark Justice League type of shelf. So I don't really want to include him. But here's him next to Commando Spawn. Saving my man Batman there for when I unbox the Dark Knight Returns Build-A-Fig set that I bought like months ago and I still haven't opened because I just don't have the time to open 40 action figures and review them, but it's all good. About the same height, give or take, you know, 1/4 inch here or there maybe. So now you heard my opinions on Gunslinger Spawn, or not Gunslinger, Commando Spawn, the one that fights with no underwear on. So now, like I said, this guy is superb in every sense of the word. Even making a goofy Fortnite rifle look cool. I mean, that's something right there. You got to give him brownie points for that. But all in all, I'd say articulation, 9 out of 10. Sculpt, 9.5 out of 10. Paint apps, 9 out of 10. Fun factor and accuracy to source material, both 10 out of 10. So do I think this guy's a perfect figure? No, but he's damn close. I dig Commando Spawn. I think he's a great purchase if you can get him on sale at like GameStop when they do their weekly sales for figures, do like 20% off. I mean, just go pick him up. If you haven't already, pick him up. Or order him from the Mcfarlane toy store and do your $10 or 10% off coupon and get him that way. But I bought him full price because I dig him a lot, and I'm going to give him an A. I think he is a really, really badass figure. Really hard to nitpick the flaws with him, besides a couple sculptural inconsistencies. The really heavy cape, but every character with a cape is heavy, so it's not going to be perfect. They gave him trigger fingers. I'm going to give McFarlane extra points for that. because I know it's not McFarlane's fault that he can't use guns. So God bless McFarlane. This guy's awesome. Please buy him. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. God bless.